Yay! Word choice. And my question is, are you in control of your senses and your faculties to control your word choice? Interesting, isn't it? Very few people are able to actually do that. Like I went through, this is my story, like, you know, it's a while ago now, but 10 odd years ago, I went through a divorce, right? Didn't know it was coming, got told, and was like, oof, smacked me. Because, you know, I was 10 foot tall, bulletproof, and it was awesome. Standard procedure, nowadays especially. But in the past, I thought it was, but I was deluded. Why? Because I was a walking fungal infection. That's why. Fungal muppet puppet show controlling my brain. And as a result, after that, I wasn't as positive as I usually would. My word choice was down. I was using negative terms. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on here? This is not normally me. I don't know, you know. So I started asking myself some questions. It's like, okay, I'm going to now consciously choose more positive words. That had tremendous effect because I'm interacting with people more positively. People want to, people want to be around you because you're positive. And the best part is you get rid of those people in your life because they're not so positive, because they're just like, oh no, he's fun, he's positive, he's doing good things for himself. See you later. You're welcome to leave. So then I started, if you've ever done a colon cleanse or you've done any, taken different nutrition and different herbs, you start thinking differently. Oh, hang on. I'm not really drawn to that drinking alcohol at the pub on a Friday, watching the beer and the footy. Of course, most people are watching the beer and eating the footy, especially in vibrational endocrine system terms. Hang on, and now, like, when, the biggest rugby league match of State of Origin is on, it's like, oh, I didn't even realise. Because I'm not thinking like the system nor fungal infection as much now. Because I went through and chose my words more positively, and therefore I would therefore make more positive choices, make more positive actions, and then change my daily routine, and expand and do yoga practice, meditation, and beautiful things for me, rather than feeding the system. But also, we've heard of the Christian story, the Word of God. Well, I got that now, but it's essentially the nervous system and the chakra system. So obviously it's conductivity going through the different sections. And of course, my definition is thoughts and word choice are defined by the content and the capability of the conductivity of the nervous system and chakra system circuitry through the body. And this is significantly affected by viruses, parasites, fungus, all the gunk in the body. But most importantly, mineral balance. So this writes off the vegans. They're fucking themselves up massively because they're mineral dense. They don't have mineral density, which is bottom half of the body needs minerals to get through and absorb and go through and have a strong, solid foundation without a massive environment of all sorts of the creatures that are there in what people call the spirit world. Yeah, spirit. This world around your spirit has got a bucket load of creatures. 70% of your gunk is heavy and dense, goes down to this area. That's why we have people with warped senses of spirituality, sexuality, sensuality. Repeated behavior patterns. Reproduction system. Seems simple, right? It is. So, and this is a phrase that I hear people saying, and I'm like, I'd stop people. Because if they're going to throw their perception, and their perception is projection, so what you say is what you're subconsciously thinking, your mind is not aware of it. That's the majority. Completely unconscious of their own word choice. So if you're whinging and sulking all the time with emotional retardation, you're completely controlled by your walking parasite colony and fungal muppet puppet show, because you're not in control of your word choice. And that's your connection with the universe. So I hear people starting their sentences with, I don't think. Well, whatever's coming next is not going to be good. Even if it is an incredibly intelligent sentence, you've just said, I don't think. It's a negative. So therefore, your mind and your body are not connected. And if you say, I don't think so, you actually said, I think so. because the body doesn't do negative. If it does, it's coming from the lower self, it's coming from a creature or an imbalance. Yeah. How many times, like say back in the past, I was an angry prick before I fixed it? Continually. So, my conductivity in my nervous system was always on the liver and gallbladder toxicity side. So I was overtly masculine, I was like, grr, I gotta think like a man. And did I have any what a conscious man was? Because I wasn't conscious of these things. Until you start taking the steps of being consciously aware of the word choice. And that grows, and that positivity grows. You start to feel better in your body, brain starts to work better. People say it's programming, but that's a computer. We're not a computer programmer, we're a human host and an entity. Frequencies going on. It's a little more complicated than that. So, anyone that's using computer programming language, their social programming from their heavy metals and their parasites and their fungal infection is controlling their mind because they're thinking like the system around them, rather than independent thought from their soul and their own word choice. So anytime there's a negative word choice or a negative emotion, negative thoughts coming from below the solar plexus in the gut, because, well, nervous system and chakra endocrine system goes boom, boom. Very few people have got these two to get together unless they have quite good gut health, and that's not even taught at universities, so there's very few people actually have a clue. Yet they think they do, but walking fungal infection, puppetry. That's where they get their intelligence from. Tricky. Jeez, I just dump universal truth bombs on sometimes, don't I? Guess what? If you don't like it, there's something negative in your subconscious mind sending messages to the top. So, enough of the emotional retarded life and negative choices. How about we choose our words? Because honor, respect, keeping your word, these are incredibly important values, and integrity, especially for any person, but like men in particular seem to be quality conscious men, absolutely need to keep their integrity of their word and their word choice, because that's the role in the universe that we're providing and serving with others, and that's what we'll get in return. Yeah. Pretty important, no? So, word choice, who's in control? What vibration is coming from the word? And of course, remembering that the 4 names that I've been given: Grey Thorn, G, Ra. Universe I got given the universal vibration of Ra, the sun god, Egyptian sun god. And then Thorn, well, Thor. Well, that's a pretty good representation of Thor, the hammer god, which is a great nervous system and immune system representation, because the hammer of a lightning bolt of electricity goes through the whole system to find out critters and have a better word choice. And then Charon, oh, that's also got the vibration of Ra in the middle. Hang on, I've got double Ra. Double its Egyptian sun god vibration in my names. Wow. And then Jian. Jian means wisdom. So, 2 sun gods, essentially cross consciousness or yoga or union, wisdom, and a powerful god of the nervous system. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty handy. It was daunting at first, but now I'm getting pretty cool with it. Hang on, does that mean I'm coming from the crown, because it's been open for 4 years now, and I can only emit universal truth from service from the crown, through my own filters and language, of course, and most of them are gone. Interesting, isn't it?